Welcome back to the Glen Alex Show. Please enjoy this episode on self-talk and how it impacts you mentally, emotionally, and your overall health. Thank you.
Welcome to the Glen Alex Show.
I'm your host, Glen Alex of the Glen Alex Show, coming to you on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. I'm also a clinical social worker, the wealth counselor, and author of Living in Total Health, the 2021 Indie Book Award winner for health and wellness, and finalist in the Mind, Body, Spirit category. You may order your copy of Living in Total Health on glenalex.com. My life's work is about total health, and I am on a mission to help as many people as I can be joyful, connected, confident, and complete the life experience we call wealth, WELLTH, which is health plus other riches. And I am convinced that those living in total health or in pursuit of it on the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels will end wars, will end isms, and will end oppression in all of its forms. So please join us on this journey so we can make the world a safe and peaceful place for everyone. On each episode of the Glen Alex Show, we focus on a different aspect of health because our work is about total health. And so we look at all the different components that feed into you being totally healthy on every level. So today, I wanted to focus on self-talk because self-talk plays a crucial role in mental, emotional, and overall health. So what is self-talk? Basically, self-talk involves your internal conversations, the things you think about and repeat to yourself about yourself. And self-talk can be positive, negative, or neutral, which is more objective. The impact that self-talk has on your mental and emotional and overall health, number one, your body hears everything you say to yourself and responds in kind. So if your self-talk is negative, then your body, that creates negative energy in your body. And we know negative energy is not the best space to be in. Positive self-talk, on the other hand, energizes, empowers, inspires. And neutral self-talk is more about just seeing things objectively, seeing them the way they are. Whether it's uncomfortable or not, it is what it is. So what is the content of your self-talk? Do you know? Maybe not, because most people operate on autopilot. That means they have automatic thoughts that just run rampant through their brains. Studies have shown that we have the same repetitive negative thoughts over and over and over. So if we're having that kind of content in our internal dialogue, just imagine the emotional impact that will have. And when we experience uncomfortable and negative, what we call negative emotions, what do most of us do? We want to get out of it as fast as possible. We will turn to comfort foods, comfort drinks, inappropriate criminal behavior sometimes, just to get out of that uncomfortable, unpleasant emotion that was created by our negative self-talk. So what you want to do instead is you want to be honest with yourself. Take a real good look at the dominant themes of your self-talk. What does your internal dialogue look like? Is it about weakness or lack or being less than? Is it? And when you think those things to yourself, are you empowered? Do you feel confident, competent, capable? Do you feel lovable when you speak to yourself in that way? I would bet you not. I would bet you not. And here's the kicker. And we've seen in recent political history in the United States that when things are repeated over and over again, whether they're true or not, just the sheer repetition kind of makes them believable. Yes? So if you're repeating to yourself over and over again that you're not good enough, that you're unlovable, that you're ugly, then you will start to believe it. However, your thoughts are not facts. So please don't believe everything you think. Just because you think it doesn't mean it's realistic and true. There are a lot of faulty thoughts that run through our minds. We call it distorted thinking, distorted cognitive distortions. That's because they twist the truth and twist them and mangle them up. So the work involves untangling your thinking patterns, and so you can differentiate between the unrealistic and the realistic thoughts, which when you are thinking more realistically and being more honest with yourself, then that will lead to more constructive emotional experiences that will lead you to what? Better choices, better outcomes. So fact check. Start to challenge those automatic negative thoughts about yourself. Is it really true? Is it true that you're unlovable? No. Somebody in your life loves you. Someone in your life genuinely cares about you. Are you stupid? No. You might just lack certain information, which can be resolved by learning or acknowledging that you're not interested in that topic anyway. And then you can move on and move forward. So fact check so you can learn to differentiate between the unrealistic and the realistic thoughts. And again, our thoughts trigger our emotional experiences. So the negative thoughts tend to create what we call negative emotions, which are unpleasant and uncomfortable, which leads to immediate gratification choices to get rid of or get out of or ignore or try to forget those unpleasant and uncomfortable emotions. However, it doesn't work. It only might distract you temporarily, but as long as those emotions and negative energy is still there, it's still going to take its toll on you. And you know what? Negative self-talk is pervasive in anxiety and depression disorders. Yes, anxiety is the #1 mental health issue among American adults. Depression is #2. And among all the people I work with who are experiencing anxiety and or depression, they talk down to themselves. They cut themselves no slack. They are so negative and so belittling of self that, yeah, that makes the anxiety and the depression so much more powerful than it would be in the natural course of things. So change your thoughts to change your outcomes, to improve your life. You can start by reflecting on the dominant themes of your thoughts, by fact checking them. Are those thoughts really true? Are you really unlovable? No, you're not. Okay. And then once you recognize the dominant themes of your negative self-talk, then you can catch it in real time. You can catch yourself doing it. And when you catch yourself doing it, then you have the power, the choice to reframe that negative thinking. You can explore other ways of looking at your situation or whatever you're dealing with. You can change the way you see things. As Wayne Dyer said, if you change the way you look at things, then the things you look at change. Your situation will take on a whole different context, a whole different feel to it, which again, you will feel more confident and more capable of dealing with. Also, you can start to talk to yourself as you would your best friend. If your best friend, someone you genuinely care about, came to you and said they were having a difficult time and told you all about it, would you call them stupid? Would you call them lazy, weak, dumb? Probably not. you would say something more encouraging like, you can handle this. Take your time and work it out. You don't have to rush into a decision. You would say something so loving and so supportive to someone else. You know what, though? You are the only person you are with 24/7. So why not have the best relationship with that person, with yourself? Why not? So you can do this. You can shift your self-talk into something more realistic, something more useful, something more powerful for you. Just reflect on what runs through your mind the most. Look at other ways of seeing your situation. Fact check to see if those automatic thoughts are true. Probably not, though. Then you can reframe them, look at other ways of 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 seeing it, and then start to talk to yourself as if you are your best friend, which we really could be our own best friends. And if everybody were their own best friends, then they wouldn't need to hurt other people. Because as Susan Taylor said, people in pain hurt other people. So start with yourself and minimize, prevent, eliminate emotional pain, mental distress, and even physical unhealth as a result of how you speak to yourself. So your self-talk has a huge influence, huge impact on your mental, emotional, and physical health. And I'm here to tell you that you deserve so much more than that. And I hope you start to look at it, start to work on it, start to make that shift and be more positive, more loving towards yourself. And to learn more about how negative self-talk impacts your mental, emotional, and overall health, please read my blog on glenalex.com. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions or comments you have on glenalex.com. And feel free to like, subscribe, and share. And I hope this helps you live better, be more connected, confident, and complete. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you again for tuning in to the Glen Alex Show. Please like, subscribe, and share.
Refresh your spirit with a nourishing thought.
Please allow me to leave you with this nourishing thought. Bruce Lee said, "Don't speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. Your body doesn't know the difference." Well said, Bruce. Your self-talk plays a major role in your mental, emotional, and overall health. Every thought you think gets communicated throughout your body and gets recorded in your subconscious, which has the greatest influence over your life. Take time to reflect on your dominant thoughts, the themes of your internal conversations. Negative self-talk triggers unpleasant and uncomfortable emotions. And what most of us will do is to do whatever we can, whatever's quickest to get out of that uncomfortable space. And we tend to make poor choices, which lead to poor outcomes. Thoughts like, I can't, I'm stupid, I'm weak, I'm lazy, I'm unlovable, are falsehoods. They are faulty thinking that basically are lies. And such negative self-talk diminishes your self-worth. It chips away at your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and it sets you up to fail. Negative self-talk is also pervasive in anxiety and depression disorders. Anxiety is the #1 mental health issues faced by American adults. Depression is #2. And amongst all of the people I work with, negative self-talk has a front row seat in their lives. So you want to change your life, change your thoughts to change your outcomes. Reframe your negative self-talk into something more realistic, something more useful. Tell yourself the truth. For example, you can reframe, I can't handle this, which indicates weakness and lack, into, this is tough, this is difficult, yet I can manage. Do you see that there's a whole different emotional context and impact with statement number one versus statement number two? So you can reframe your negative self-talk to improve your mental, emotional, and overall health. Because remember, your body is listening and will respond in kind to what you tell yourself. So please speak to yourself. Start speaking to yourself as you would a best friend. You wouldn't say those things to someone you really, truly, genuinely care about. Don't say them to yourself. To read more about self-talk, please check out my blog on glenalex.com. And remember to like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, be well.
Your health matters, set your mind, let it flow. Joyful